Hello again. 2 weeks ago, I published a video on Tantric massage, and I mentioned there that Tantric massage is very different from other kinds of massage because it deals with the energy rather than the body itself. Yes, the body is being massaged, and the massage is being used to shift energy from the root chakra up into the body and through the body out through the crown chakra, if that is the goal of that particular session. However, I only mentioned in passing the different ways of creating the energy or bringing it to the fore in the first place. The place I mentioned is the root chakra, which is at the bottom of your spinal column, more specifically at the perineum, which is between your scrotum and your anus. It's that little bit of skin that sits there. So that is the place where the energy is being pulled in or is already present but dormant. There are many ways to excite that energy, and one of them is cock massage, but it could also be anal massage, it could be prostate massage. Anything that goes on in that particular area has the potential to bring that energy into the foreground and make it available for shifting through the body. Let's make one thing absolutely clear. Cock massage doesn't mean you're wanking someone off. There is a very different intention to doing cock massage. It is to bring energy into the body that you can work with, whereas wanking off has a very different goal, namely an ejaculation. Forget about that, stick with the energy shifting bit. Usually when it comes to cock massage, you would involve oil. Use it not too sparingly, but don't make everything slippery. So you have to find a median. Also because you would use the oil afterwards to shift the energy up the body, and it is easier to glide your hands over some level of oiliness than over dry skin. It's uncomfortable to the receiver and it's uncomfortable and more difficult to you. So by all means, go with oil. When it comes to the cock massage itself, it's all about sensual strokes there. You can tug, you can press, you can slide, you can pull the cock in different directions. You can pull the scrotum down where you hold the cock up. You can shift in different ways. You can do clockwise movements. You can go all over the place. You can include the scrotum by all means. So there is a lot to play with, and it's basically about giving sensations that keep a level of anticipation. I wouldn't quite call it edging, because that again has to do with ejaculation, but there is this sense of anticipation of what's next. How can I be in that space that is on the border of being unpleasant, but not quite. And that leads me to a very important message to the person who receives the massage. Don't feel pressured into any expectation. Usually when somebody touches your cock, the expectation is that you get a hard-on, that you ejaculate at some point. Forget about this. The whole point here is not to expect anything. Just let things happen. It's about energy, and energy works with or without a hard-on. You don't need it. It's lovely if it's there, yes, but you don't have to expect one. Once you get a sense of presence, of energy, what you would do is then shift your attention not quite away from the crotch area, but to gently distribute the energy upwards. That's when the actual massage of the body starts. So you would start from above the cock and shift and slide your hands upwards. Not necessarily all the way to the shoulders, but just do up to maybe the rib cage, just gentle strokes, just move things around. It may come across as a sensual halfway sport massage. You can apply some pressure, but the idea is to use the pressure to shift something and then go back to the cock massage and continue. ultimately, what will happen is that that energy will shift all the way up through the body, maybe even up into the head. And your receiver will show certain signs. They might start to breathe differently, erratically, or faster, or they might shudder, or they might start to make noise, unusual sounds like growling or screaming or screeching or whatever comes. And they should be free to do whatever comes to them. When this starts to happen, the masseur can actually go into that process with the receiver. If they start breathing in a particular way, match their breathing, and by all means, make it audible. I'm not saying you have to shout out whenever you breathe, but you could go into a slightly more heavy way of breathing and matching the breath of the receiver. And you'll find that there are certain shifts that they suddenly might get faster or slower. Match it. Just go with them. And your massaging strokes will automatically follow your own breath. They will go in unison to some degree. At some point, you might find that there is so much going on that the actual cock massage comes to an end. And your massage will shift further up the body, even up to the head. And it might include gentle strokes on the head and shifting things up from the forehead to the crown. And that brings us back to the actual tantric massage, which at this point is at the height of its activity. You'll have a receiver who is buzzing with energy, and God knows where that should go. And you're actually moving away from creating energy and shifting energy to dealing with the energy. And that is the subject of the last of the 3 videos on tantric massage that I'm going to do, which will follow this one in a week or 2. In the meantime, maybe give the cock massage a bit of a go. Don't worry too much about shifting energy. Just get used to touching and being touched without the expectation of getting an erection or ejaculating at some point. May just be happy to try it out and play a bit. Be well and stay well, and see you again next time.